Ever wondered what it's truly like inside the mind of a creative genius? Beyond the roles and the red carpet, how does Johnny Depp actually craft those unforgettable characters? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on his unique artistic process, the habits, the rituals, and the almost secret methods that have turned him into one of the most fascinating actors of our time. For Johnny Depp, creativity doesn't begin on a film set. It starts in the quiet corners of his own life. Imagine this: before the world even wakes up, he's already tuned into his own peculiar rhythm. The first spark of inspiration might strike even before coffee. It could be a stray dream, a line from a song still echoing in his head, or a fleeting image that clings from the night before. These moments, fragile and fleeting, often become the seeds of his most memorable performances. He has what he calls his isolation chamber. It's not really a chamber, but a sacred personal space, sometimes filled with music, sometimes with art, and sometimes with nothing but silence. In those quiet hours, he allows fragmented ideas to flow freely, unfiltered, unpolished. A laugh he remembers from childhood, the tilt of a stranger's head at an airport, even the sound of an old record crackling in the background, all of it might later find its way into the soul of a character. But the true magic happens on set. Depp isn't just an actor who follows the script word for word. If you've ever wondered where his characters are born, the answer often lies in his notebooks. Johnny Depp is known to carry journals filled with scribbles, odd observations, sketches, and pieces of dialogue that may never appear on screen, at least not directly. But hidden in those pages are the building blocks of his greatest roles. Take Jack Sparrow, for instance. Before we saw him stumble across the screen in Pirates of the Caribbean, there were months of exploration. He tested voices, slurred phrases, experimented with how his hands might move, how his eyes might linger. Every gesture was a conscious choice, born from hours of studying quirks and oddities he observed in life. And then there's the wardrobe. Depp has often said that costumes aren't just clothes, they're portals. The moment he steps into a pair of boots, buttons a jacket, or adjusts a hat, the character begins to live and breathe. His costume closet, as some have called it, is often chaotic, overflowing with textures, accessories, and strange little trinkets. Yet within that chaos lies transformation. But the true magic happens on set. Depp isn't just an actor who follows the script word for word. He thrives on improvisation. He bends, twists, and stretches scenes into something unexpected, sometimes baffling directors at first, but almost always leaving behind unforgettable moments. One of the most famous examples is Captain Jack Sparrow himself. Many of the lines and gestures that audiences love were unscripted. His unpredictable energy often caught his co-stars off guard, but that spontaneity added layers of authenticity no script could capture. Depp's collaborations with directors also reveal his fearless approach. He doesn't just act, he experiments. He pushes boundaries, suggests changes, and sometimes risks failure, all for the sake of creating something original. His communication goes beyond words. Sometimes, just a silent stare, a raised eyebrow, or an unusual pause carries more weight than a full page of dialogue. That's the essence of his silent language, telling stories without ever speaking a word. Away from the camera, Depp is not just an actor. He's a musician, a painter, and above all, an observer of life. Music, in particular, plays a crucial role in shaping his sense of rhythm and timing. When he plays guitar, he's not just making sound, he's listening, feeling, and learning how timing influences emotion. That same rhythm often bleeds into his performances on screen. Painting, too, gives him a kind of artistic escapism. When he paints, he layers colors in ways that mirror how he layers traits into his characters, bold strokes mixed with delicate details. To him, all art forms are connected, and each one feeds into the other. But perhaps the greatest influence of all comes from life itself. His personal experiences, moments of joy, heartbreak, struggle, and triumph, all become part of the characters he creates. In this sense, Johnny Depp isn't just acting. He's translating his life into art. As we look forward, the question remains, what's next for Johnny Depp? Each role he takes feels like a rebirth, an opportunity to once again surprise the world. Fans eagerly await his next transformation, knowing it will likely be something no one expects. But beyond the roles, there's a bigger story here. Depp has managed to adapt in an industry that constantly changes. He evolves without losing his essence, continuing to innovate while staying true to his artistic soul. That balance, between reinvention and authenticity, is what keeps him timeless. And in the end, his legacy isn't just about the characters he's played. It's about the impact he's had on cinema, on fellow actors, and on millions of fans around the world. Johnny Depp shows us that acting isn't just performance. It's a kind of alchemy, turning fragments of life, art, and imagination into something eternal. So the next time you see him on screen, remember, what you're witnessing isn't just an actor playing a role. It's the result of mornings spent in silence, journals filled with strange sketches, endless experiments on set, and a lifetime of curiosity. Johnny Depp doesn't just create characters, he becomes them. And that's the true mark of a creative genius.